Alright, Fred. So in order to start it, this is the engine brake / stop. So if you push this forward and hold it, the engine will stop and turn off, ideally. You have to pull this back so that it's not touching, so that it makes spark. So here's how this system works. So you see how this loose string is here? This is as far out as you can go on the pull start before it'll start engaging. So you don't want it to be engaging all the time. So you just pull forward like that, pull it down and around, and then once you get it, you get one good pull. You wrap it back around. And you see what I did there with my foot? That's the engine brake. You just get in there with your toe and you push it forward really hard while still holding the mower to keep it from moving. So that's all of the normal operation. If it stops on you and there's gas in the tank, then that means one of two things happens. You can see there's some fluid in there, but so one of two things happened. It either flooded or it got or the needle in the carburetor got stuck. That's the carburetor right there. If the needle gets stuck, and you can tell if it flooded or if the needle got stuck based off of the air filter. So if it's bone dry in here when it stopped running, then that means that the needle got stuck and fuel stopped going in there. So you gotta hit that carburetor that I'm pointing at with the air filter with a hammer. Or not a hammer, like really hard, but just tap it a few times with a socket or a wrench or something metal, maybe even a screwdriver, but yeah, just you have to tap that a few times to free up the needle. And if that, and that should work. Now in the case that you look in here and it's soaking wet, so pull this filter off, leave it off, undo this, and start it, and then it should start. And then that's in the case that it's flooded. So basically, if this filter is plugged up with shit and stuff, it basically acts as a choke, and this will draw way too much fuel and it'll just burn too rich to even burn. So if you are rough with this and you shake this mower around a lot, then it could flood. And if it does flood, you pull this off, you start it, you put this back on while it's running, and then you're good to go. And this is a really simple thing. So you see how it just latches in there and goes up there. Alrighty. And that should be everything you need to know to use this. If the grass is too high and it keeps clogging up, you can put this up and just use this plastic to hold it up. But you will get sprayed with grass clippings. Yeah, this thing, the pin fell out a while ago and I could not find it for the life of me, so there's this little zip tie in there, but that's alright. The only thing to be actually worried about this mower from a safety perspective is, let me see if I can't flip it over here. From a safety perspective, the only thing that's concerning is right here, there's a massive crack going around where one of the bolt holes is. So just be careful with this thing. You do not want to vibrate it a lot. That track will just keep growing right there, that crack. You can see daylight through the other end there. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the only thing about it that's really dangerous. This thing is really floppy, so you have to push really low for it to pivot up and turn and stuff, but it'll be alright.